HP has large server farms.
Yeah.
Because they run a lot of communication systems. Now server produces heat. Computers produce heat.
Yeah.
So I said, why can't we harness this heat? You know, bimetallic sheet is a way in which you convert heat into energy. तो आपने देखा होगा कुछ स्टोव होते हैं जिसके ऊपर एक अटैचमेंट लगा दो, so you can charge your battery, your cell phone by the waste heat of the stove, cooking stove. Such devices exist in the market. Basically, converting heat, waste heat, into energy.
That's your piezoelectric devices.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dielectric material. Now, you have servers, you have so much heat, why can't we convert that heat into energy again and save our energy bill? What I'm saying is that once mind starts focusing on how do I save energy of the system and my energy, drudgery in my life also needs to be reduced. You go to a simple shop floor, sometime 1 inch difference between two tables will mean that you have to take the device from here and put it there. You can't slide it. Just 1 inch difference in the height. Sometime when we do shop floor designing, and there's a lot of merit, a lot of science in it actually, how to design shop floor, how do you design flow of materials, movements and all of that. But sometimes slight angle there, somewhere you put an angle, now the fellow has to turn it and that energy is getting wasted. इसको align करना पड़ेगा ठीक से. If space is a constraint, we'll have to find some way of doing that. So what I'm saying that any innovation can come in any system. Only difference between improvement and innovation is that innovation is something that can be generalized, that can be standardized, that can be embedded in the design. So that future, nobody will have to do that. Improvements may take place, may not be innovative enough. They may be just, when you tighten the pulley, belt of a pulley, that's not innovation. It's just improvement. There's nothing new has been done here. But innovation is when something new, either in material, method, application or system has been done. There's another matrix by which we can look at innovation. Particularly in engineering science, you have form, feature and function. Form, feature and function. Is it possible that we change the form to make it better? Or features, we add more features to it, or reduce the features, or add functions? And that can also be a trigger for innovation. So many times when you have a new model of phone and it says it has this feature, earlier we had a camera only on one side, isn't it, this side? Because we thought that we had to take photo of others. Nobody thought that we would like to talk with our face on. Then camera came this side. A new function was added. Now we have more than one cameras, 3 cameras inside. So what I'm saying is that how does it happen? Constantly listening to the people who are using the system, constantly finding out dissatisfaction levels, constantly filling those gaps that are there. So finally I would say unmet need is the driver of it.